You were duped. Happy full moon in Scorpio. This full moon is happening on Monday, the day you're watching this, May 12th at 12:55 EST at 22 degrees. Today we are going to use the Black Tarot. Let me fix this. I've got to start here with this message. I had a dream last night. And this duped message has like 3 different meanings to it. The first meaning has to do with duped as in, like, think about makeup. Like, if you have an expensive lipstick and then you find a dupe for that, it's like a cheaper version of it, but it looks similar. So it's like a duplicate, right? I'm getting that. And I'm not trying to be rude. I'm not saying somebody else is cheap and you're expensive. I'm just saying that's the energy. It's like you could have had somebody that you felt duped by that picked this dupe over you when really they were like a cheaper copy of the original. And this person was somehow duped by that. So you were duped by this person. This third party is a duplicate of you. And this person that you were with, if this applies to you, was duped by this third party as well. So everybody was duped in this situation. So I had this dream last night. And if this story doesn't apply to you guys, it doesn't have to apply. It could just be in the energy. You could feel... Scorpio is a very deep energy. I have a moon in the 8th, so I have a Hades moon. And I have Scorpio in the 3rd, which is probably why I wrote dark poetry at 12. But anyways... I love Scorpio energy because it is so deep, it is so potent, it is so transformative, but it can also be devastating when it's either in the wrong hands or you're on like the wrong side of it, so to speak, right? And this energy that I'm going to explain here, this doesn't have to apply to a third-party situation, but I feel like for some of us here it does. You could have felt duped by a person that they chose some third party over you that's like a copy of a copy of a copy. Like, I'm getting, they're not even a copy of you. It's like they couldn't even copy you. So I don't know what I'm getting with that. There's something this hurts your pride, I feel, who I'm speaking to, because you could have had a person chose another person over you or go to another person, and you're questioning yourself because you're like, how was I with this person? Or this could even be a friend or a family member. Like, how did I think I knew this person? And they chose this other person over me. And that makes me question myself and what I know. And like, you could be a very deep person. You could be somebody that like knows how to read people and you connect with people. Like, when you finally do connect, it's on such a deep level that it's like blood brothers sort of a thing. So this was the dream. In the dream, I woke up from a dream. That's trippy. So in the dream, I woke up from a dream and I wasn't myself in the dream. That's why I know it's a collective message. And I said to my partner in the dream, I was like, is there anything you want to tell me? Because I've had dreams about this woman 2 nights in a row that has come into our house and has destroyed everything in it. And this person denied. I continued to press it in the dream because I was like, I am positive there is something going on with this woman. She has come into my dreams and I trust my dreams. I trust what I get. I know that I'm seeing something and feeling something. This person continued to gaslight me. And then like a while into the dream, this person finally broke and was like, okay, fine. She messaged me and we talked. And then there was this secondary scene in the car where I looked at this person and I was like, you need to make a decision. It's either me or this other person. Because in the dream, you had multiple things having to do with this person already. This wasn't just like a rash decision. And this is the sort of stuff that can happen with a full moon in Scorpio. It's a crescendo of the energy that you've already been feeling. And in the dream, it wasn't an unnecessary ultimatum. Like it didn't feel unjustified. I'm hearing that song by Casey Musgraves called Justified. This was justified. And this other person basically was like, they didn't choose. So basically they just were a coward. And they didn't fight for you. And they just like let you go. And I felt so disturbed when I woke up this morning. I was like, I felt like my heart was broken in two because I was like, this person I've known for so long chose this other person over like this whole long relationship with me. And it was for somebody that was literally duping them. Like if it would be one thing if this other woman or person was like honestly better in some way, or that that the person that you were with was in love with somebody else. Like that's life, right? Like that sort of stuff happens, and it's like, well, if you really love somebody, you let them go. Of course it hurts, but this wasn't that. It was like, this is what it was revealing. The cowardice in this person and the fact that this was actually a way out for them, guys. That's why they picked the duplicate. That's why they picked like the cheaper copy of a copy, is because they felt like they being with you were not enough for you, or that they were a fake or they were a copy. So they felt more suited with this other person. So really, it's a revelation of the person you were with's character. It's not even about this third party, even though this third party was causing a lot of drama. Like, I was so upset when I woke up this morning. Like, she was destroying my home. Like, and I'm a Taurus moon in the 8th. And it was like, she was like laughing. She was making fun of me. She was degrading me. She was debasing me. Like, it was so, I felt. And then the fact that the partner not only did not stand up for me in any way, but denied it. And then it came out that this person preferred this other energy, and it truly made me question, like, who was I with then? You're attracted to that. You're more like that. I guess I was the one who was wrong. I guess I was the one who was mistaken. I was duped. Hello and welcome back to the Metamystic Show. Happy full moon in Scorpio, everybody. We have the 7 of Swords coming out right on time, right on schedule. I'm going to leave that to the side. Yeah, with the Ace of Swords. Perfect. The truth always comes out, and Scorpio knows. If there's any sign who knows what's going on in the back alley, it's Scorpio. Okay. We're going to get 4 cards. The truth is coming out, and it could be a painful truth. It could be a lie with the Seven of Swords and the Ace of Swords. Seeing the truth of something that was hidden, possibly for a long time. Now, again, this whole dream could be an analogy or an allegory or a metaphor, right, guys? But I feel like it is literal for some people. And this could even be something that you dealt with in the past that is now being brought to the surface with this raw scorpionic energy. It really is a powerful energy, and I love to work with it. It's like you're working directly with the wound. There's not a better energy to go to like the depths of a human soul, I feel, than Scorpio. We have the Queen of Swords here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Our magic outcome card. Let's look at the bottom here. We have the Three of Spheres. So we have the Queen of Swords with the Three of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups and the King of Pentacles. See, you thought that if this was a person for you, it could just be an idea or a situation with the King of Pentacles that felt very long-term, very established. You knew what you were looking at, or so you thought. King of Spheres with the Ten of Cups, Three of Pentacles. It's like building something long-term with a seemingly stable person, right? Queen of Swords, she sees things clearly. She sees the Seven of Swords. So, let's take a look at these. Card number 1. We have the Five of Wands. See, this is a competition card here. This was a way out for someone else, this competitive thing. I'm getting a very cowardly energy here. And what I mean by that is like, you might have not understood how powerful your energy is. And it can be intimidating to people. It can get people arguing with themselves on the inside, unbeknownst to you. And that's not your fault. If I'm too much, go find less, as they say. And I'm not saying too much as in, oh, I'm just too much. Like, I start drama, I do all this, I take up all the space in the relationship, and I just expect everyone to this and that. It's like, no, guys, I'm talking about a Libra sort of dynamic where everything's fair, everything's balanced, right? Scorpio today, we're talking about like the depths too. Like, this is a vulnerable, I'm hearing vulnerable narcissist, guys, on this person. And that came through, well, it's not out yet. It came through on a reading that's coming out. That they're a vulnerable narcissist. This person could be a vulnerable narcissist where they purposely, it's a scale here. Some of them purposely introduced competition to cause there to be like disturbances and drama and stuff in the relationship or the situation. Introducing competition in order to, it's kind of like a smoke screen too with the Seven of Swords, to make it feel like you don't really know exactly what you're looking at. You don't really know what's going on. It's giving gaslighting, guys. It's giving lies. And I'm just seeing this Queen of Swords, like, see how you can't see her eyes? Queen of Swords is all about seeing clearly, right? She has a sharp wit, a sharp tongue. She's a silver tongue. She is, you can't get anything past the Queen of Swords, guys. And yet in this deck, it's like she doesn't have eyes. I'm hearing The Hills Have Eyes. It's a movie. I feel like she put her eyes away so she could love this person with her heart instead of her mind. She wanted to trust this person. She wanted to experience a union where she could just connect with her heart instead of having to be hyper vigilant and study every little micro expression on this person's face if they're lying. She wanted to trust this person. She didn't want to introduce doubt in the relationship, even if she was having dreams about this person cheating and stuff like that. She could have even turned off her intuition. She could have turned off her spiritual sight because she also didn't want to look at this. And we've all been here, right? So this is introducing that third party competition, but I don't feel like it's just one person. I feel like whoever this person is, they like competition around them. They like there to be a lot of commotion around them. So you can't, it's like a food fight. Like everybody's throwing food, and then I'm just seeing this person just sitting there in the chair while everybody's throwing food, and they're just like watching it all happen. And you don't know like who's throwing what, basically. This person likes the chaos. So, and you could have been like, why are you attracted to that sort of a person that is chaotic? They love drama. That's literally the opposite of me. I'm getting that. So you could have questioned yourself. You could have been like, how does this person perceive me? If they're attracted to this person over here, this duplicate, this dupe, if they're attracted to them, then what am I? Like, this got you questioning yourself, whatever this has been. And, you know, we go back to the new moon in Scorpio 6 months ago, and now we're at the crescendo of this energy. And so for some of us here, this could just be an unveiling of something that you already intuitively felt in your heart. Now, I'm seeing this another way with the Queen of Swords with no eyes. She could have, on the flip side, been using her intuition as her main tool. Like closing her physical eyes to what was in front of her face. I should actually go like this. Closing her eyes to the lies. Closing her eyes, so to speak, to the gaslighting and things like that because she knew it was a lie. So with the Three of Pentacles, I'm seeing her kind of putting information together and figuring out life is not what meets the eye here. There's something hidden, and I'm going to use my intuition to figure that out. So you could have been trying to figure something out for like 6 months here. And it's coming out on this full moon in Scorpio. So let's keep trucking here. Someone could be a trucker. Someone's name could be like Victoria or like a V name. Vivian or something like that. Card number 2. The Ace of Swords, guys. See, this is the truth coming out. And I want to clarify these. But I feel like this is just showing what we were showing in the pre-shuffle. Is that this deceptive thing is coming out. And I feel like the dream is the analogy for what was coming out. Is a third-party situation, that this person was lying, that this third party was coming in and causing destruction, 5 of Wands, competition was introduced, there was lying and evasion regarding that, and, you know, that's just, it's like the Queen of Swords. I feel like she put her sword into her sheath for a time, and now she's holding her sword once again. And she's not afraid of the truth, guys. You're not afraid of the truth. We're not afraid of the truth. When we love somebody, though, we just don't want to see it sometimes. Or if we feel like something's going on, we go into that deeply intuitive space to find the answers. I feel like this was a process for us here. And again, this can be about multiple different types of situations. It doesn't have to be romantic, right? That third party thing where you feel like you were lied to and then questioning yourself because of all of that stuff that went on. That's happened to me in friendships. That's happened to me with family and stuff. So, like, but I did see it come through as a romantic situation, right? Card number 3 is the 7 of Spheres. See, another 7 here. You could feel like you really built something long-term with this person, with the King of Pentacles, 7 of Spheres. You could have been with somebody for 7 years. You could have felt like something was stable. You could have felt like you were building together. You could have even felt like you were building a family with somebody with the 10 of Cups, 3 of Spheres, or this is a family member, or, you know, this is somebody very close to you. I'm hearing don't stand so close to me. I'm also seeing another weird angle of this message, that this third party could have been stalking you, right? This third party was obsessed with you. That's where the dupe thing comes in. It's like I'm seeing them like studying your mannerisms. They're trying to be like you. It's so humid today, guys. My hair's all... It was so beautiful in the bathroom. And now it's all humid. I do have curly hair, so that's why. I just do it for y'all. Okay. But seriously, I feel like they're also with the Queen of Swords. Another angle I'm seeing is this third party like stalking you. Like, this third party wants to win. We have the 6 of Wands here. I didn't know if it was relevant or not. This third party, I feel like they're not even, like, necessarily interested in this person that they stole from you. That's the freaking crazy thing about this. And what's even creepier is I feel like this person is almost, like, obsessed with you guys. This woman, or however they identify, whoever this is. They wanted to come in and steal your person because it made them feel like they were equal to you. That they weren't just a duplicate. That they were like on even playing field with you. Even Stevens. Remember that show with Shia LaBeouf? And like the sister, what was her name? Ren? Maybe somebody looks like that girl. I don't know. I don't know why that would be coming through. Or it's just this is something from a long time ago. Even Stevens would have been out, what, early 2000s? So this could even be like a past situation that's coming up now. Or it's some sort of like repetitive thing that has happened that's similar. Like a past relationship this happened in. It happened in a friendship. It happened in a family dynamic. Whatever. Or this is just like a time frame thing for some reason. Like I don't know why that would be showing up. You could have a history of people doing this to you. Why do I feel like this is... You could have a history of people not copying you guys. Like, yes, it's that on the surface, but it's so much deeper than that, and it's so much creepier than that. And I know that people say that imitation is the most sincere form of flattery, and it is in some cases. Like, it is when it's like somebody looks up to you, or they think you're like beautiful or handsome or talented, and they genuinely are inspired by you. You can feel the difference in the energy, and it's kind of just like a younger sibling or something like that, where you're just like, that's cute, that's sweet, like, and it's genuine. But this is not that, guys. This is something very weird. I'm trying to look into it a little bit. Because, yeah, I'm seeing them like directly copying your like selfies and stuff like that. Like, why are you doing this? Because for some of you, this person, they want you. So if this is like, I feel like for a lot of people, this is a woman. And if you're a woman, you might not even be into women. Or, you know, I am, but I'm not saying like that because I am. I'm telling the narrative in the story of that this could be two women. I'm saying even if you're straight, and this man went off with this third party. I feel like this third party is almost just kind of like, leave me alone anyways, and they're like going back to their phone looking at you at the restaurant with this idiot that they stole from you, and they're just like obsessed with you still. Like, I'm seeing them like looking at your like Insta or something. See, and that's why this guy, I'm saying guy, I'm just gonna go with it. That's why this person was duped by this person. Because they're just sitting there awkwardly. They threw their entire relationship away with you, and an entire, possibly even like life that you guys built together. 3 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups, 7 of Pentacles here. They just rapidly changed directions to go off with this woman, this person, and blew up their life basically. And now she's just like, yeah, anyways, I'm like bored, so you know what I mean? Like, I'm kind of like done with you, actually. I kind of got what I wanted, and back to obsessively stalking this other girl. And anyways, like, that's like the energy it gives. It's like very shallow. I'm hearing that Lady Gaga song, In the Shallows. I did a cover of that song years ago. What is that? I'm trying to think of the lyrics. It's from that movie A Star Is Born. I feel like this woman's obsessed with you. They just wanted to take your toy. They didn't care. I'm seeing even something like gross, guys. I'm seeing this woman. Speaking of toy, I'm just gonna say it. I don't care. It's my channel. I can say what I want. I'm seeing this woman like she's with this guy, and she's somehow like in your house, and she's like going through your drawer, and she's taking out like a toy, a used like vibrator or something, and she like puts it in her purse. Like, for some of you, she wants to do like ritual like sex magic or something like that to like drain your... That could be an analogy, but why do I feel like it's not for some people? Anyways, card number 4, very weird. Ace of Spheres, Ace of Pentacles. See, I feel like for you guys, this is actually like that. We'll get cards, but we'll get clarifying cards. This Ace of Pentacles, this is like a new start for you. This whole thing, you don't want this. This person folds with what? A fake. They were able to be fooled by this person. That to me shows like you can't be with me, like you can't hang, because in you and I, we deal with a lot of stuff like this. We deal with like crazy situations because we're so spiritual, we're so esoteric, we're high priestesses in this community. So this sort of stuff happens. We need to have partners and friends that not only are able to... Queen of Swords, I'm not even talking about intuitively. I'm just talking about using your regular brain. Your regular brain. Looking at a person, being like, those behaviors don't add up. That's strange that they seem to be lying. Or, they seem to be like copying this person. They seem to be fake. They seem to be... It's like... Then on top of it, we would want somebody, in the grand scheme of things, and in a perfect world, in our 10 of Cups, in our real 10 of Cups, we would want somebody to be like intuitive as well, and be able to like protect us or avoid this situation or something. But instead, not only did this person completely cave, they blew up the entire thing. This could be a friend for some of you. It's like they believed this like lying friend over you, that you were friends with them for like 7 years or something, with the 7 of Pentacles. And it doesn't have to be 7 years, but we do have 2 7s. The 7s have come out a lot on the channel, guys. So I want to get some clarifiers, because that Ace of Pentacles at the end, that's a good omen for us, right? Like, we don't want this situation. This was actually a crisis averted. Yes, you were duped, but at the same time, It's like before this third party entered, you were actually being duped by this other person. If we really want to talk about mothers, this could be your mother. This could be like a sibling with the lovers or a friend, like I was saying, but it could be a lover that we're talking about here, right? With the lovers, obviously. But this could have also just been like this person made a choice to go off the rails, man. And we can't have people like that around us. It's literally like you're taking the time to like salt your entire property and like have your like security cameras and put up your protections energetically and otherwise in the 3D world as well. And then you're with somebody that leaves all the doors open. They leave your car door open. They leave, this makes me think of San because she talks about how she believes, and I actually understand what she's saying, that she believes that like if by locking your doors and by using protection, that kind of implies that you don't trust the universe and that you're believing that bad things will happen to you. But not everybody is not everybody is so advanced as San. Because with the devil here, it's like, man. But I'm getting, and I love San so much. I always shout her out because she's like family. She's like a 10 of cups. So love you, San. Canada. But anyways, it just reminded me of that. But yeah, this person, it's like, let's just say it proverbially, like they're leaving all of the doors unlocked basically. And it's like, you can't have people around you that are so careless. That's my point. Right? It's like, and you don't want drama around you. You don't want third-party situations. You don't want a bunch of people fighting all the time. Well, I don't. I should say I don't want that. But it's coming up in the cards. So I feel like this is what this Ace of Pentacles is. And we'll clarify. This is an opportunity, and it's a Scorpio full moon. Right? It's to release this old karmic contract stuff. Low vibrational with high vibrational. That's the difference. They're really both like, it's like a duplicate in a way. They are the same lineup, but the difference is they're changed to the devil and they're not changed to each other or to the angel. They're free. They're free to make their own choices. You're not free to make your own choices in a codependent devil contract. You're free to live your life and make your own choices because you can be trusted to do that. If you're high vibrational, it's like, oh, of course, pursue your dream. Or of course, go be friends with that person. I have no reason not to trust you. I have no reason to believe that you would cheat on me with that person because we have this high vibrational connection, right? It's like there's no need for that here. And I feel like there was an older version of us here, and that's why she doesn't have eyes, is because we wanted this to be that. Like we wanted to believe that by having trust in this person, it would therefore show that it would allow for it to be a lover situation, like manifesting, well, I don't have a reason to doubt this person. I don't have a reason to think that they would cheat on me. I don't have a reason to think that my own friend would steal my person or whatever. Because for some of you, I feel like this third party was a friend of yours with the lovers, which just makes it all the more sinister. As in the corner of my eye, as I'm talking, this looked like a dragon eye to me. So let's clarify these. You have the eyes of the dragons and, yeah, look, Queen of Swords. They wanted you to see the truth of this. This is what I'm trying to say here. You were already duped before there was a third party. I would even argue that the third party was actually the grace of God coming in to release you from this situation. Instead of being in an illusion, thinking, oh, I can trust this person. This person's telling the truth because I tell the truth. Just because you're high vibrational doesn't mean that this other person was or these other people are. That's been a hard lesson for us. We can't superimpose our high vibrational energy on other people. It's like a Piscean. It's like taking up the glasses, man. The rose-colored glasses. It's like, let's just remove the rose. Even though we want people to be that way, and there are a lot of people who really are out here. So we just got to get connected with the right ones, right? So this was actually a blessing that this whole thing happened. And this could have even been something that happened a long time ago. And now there's something coming full circle where there's some sort of an Ace of Pentacles, like, new thing coming through. So let's look at it. Five of Wands, please. Talk about the Five of Wands. Eight of Cups. I'm seeing this as, I said this before, this was this person's way out. This competition thing with the Page of Cups. It could have seemed like very casual. That song Casual by Chappell Roan. Like, it could have been like, oh, I'm just going out with my friend or just seeing my friend. Or this is like a friend that you knew as well. So it's like, oh, I'm going over to her house or his house or whatever with the chariot. And it's like you wouldn't have any reason to blame this person, but I'm getting for some of you that you had dreams, literally. Like you had multiple dreams or something about this. And I feel like you scared this person because you could see through their lies. I'm seeing you could see through their facade. You could see through their mask. And this person, 8th house scorpionic themes, Pluto, didn't want to face their shadow. And it's like you were literally, unbeknownst to you, a magnifying glass on everything that they've been trying to hide from themselves all these years. And I feel like it was so intense for this person. It became, and it wasn't your fault. You were just, it was like conjuring up this shadow work for this person of stuff that they had been avoiding. Your energy, it's truth. Your energy is truth. So being around you, it caused a lot of internal chaos for this person, and they started looking for a way out. It could have started where they just detached emotionally, and then they started to make like tangible moves in the physical world. Yeah, it's like and this is not to blame you guys or to say like, oh, you need to like chill with that energy. It's like, I feel like you actually were chilling. I feel like this was you on like 50%. Because like I said, it's like you closed your eyes to this. You could have even like checked out and been like, I see something. I know there's something going on, but I'm going to look away. Like you could have even turned down your energy or turned down your spiritual gifts. That movie, A Star is Born. Like you could have even felt like, oh, my energy's overwhelming. I know I've got a big presence. I've got a big energy. This is a cardinal water energy. It's Cancer. You could know this about yourself. And so you don't like to overwhelm people. You don't like to make people feel like they have to look at their shadow and stuff. It's like, but that's not your fault, guys. You weren't like pushing this person. I'm getting you actually, this situation was to show you that you can be in a situation where you can loosen your tie. You can let your hair down. You don't have to change yourself or dim your light or turn your volume down or your energy down to be with somebody, to have a friend, to have a partner, to have a, relationship with a family member or a coworker or something. It's like, this has been a hard lesson, I know. 5 of Wands with the 8 of Cups, please. Get a little more on this. 8 of Cups. Yeah, 10 of Cups, guys. And it fell on top of the Ace of Swords. So I feel like there was an aspect of this person, their soul. You could have been a soulmate with this person, but I'm getting more karmic, but sometimes for me, karmics and soulmates blend, but I'm a 12th house stellium, so I feel like I've known these people for 2,000 years, and I keep seeing them again and again. So it's like maybe at one point they were a soulmate, but I feel like from lifetime to lifetime, they morphed into a karmic. Anybody in the house, like, know what I'm saying there? But yeah, I feel like there's an aspect of this person's truth, their inner soul, that did resonate with this being a real high vibrational, like, they just felt like they could never measure up to you. I'm seeing something about a measuring stick, like measuring dicks with this person. Like I said about the cardinal energy, this person could have even felt like you were better than them. Maybe this person felt like they had to compete with you, but you were not competing with them. Someone's name could be Pete. You were not competing with them. It's like you just wanted peace and harmony, and you were patient with this person. You could have been with, like I said, 7 years, man. 10 years maybe for some of you. With the 10 of Cups twice. Yeah, and here you are. It's like, I feel like this was the dynamic. And the 10 of Wands behind this person. It's like, it's more like a mother to a child dynamic. See, with you, you're like alchemizing the energy, you're being patient with this person, and this person has 10 of Wands, like burdens. You're like, Mom, I don't know what to do. It's like, and I'm not trying to be gross, guys, and maybe this is your kid, but I don't think so. I don't think this is a real child. I feel like this, I mean, maybe you have a child with this person. That could be. Because we have the King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles with the Page of Pentacles. You might have a family with this person. And this third party that came in could even just be an analogy for, you know, like something kind of got this person to detach from a long-term situation because they didn't, I'm hearing put up or shut up. I feel like they look at you with the Queen of Swords like you're rigid or strict or something, but I'm not getting that, guys. I'm not getting that from you. I'm getting a high vibrational energy. It's a piercing high frequency sound. It reminds me of being in like a surgeon's office, or not office. It reminds me of being around all of those sterilized, I don't know why my words are going right now. Blades and everything like that. I feel like it's a precision with the Ace of Swords that made this person feel uneasy. Because the Queen of Swords, she can be a doctor, right? And I'm not saying you're a doctor. Maybe some of you are. But there's a precision here. It's not a precision, though. It's a high vibration. But to this other person, they felt exposed. They felt like... yeah. It was like too much for them, guys. And on the flip side, it's like... this has been a hard lesson that I've had to learn, too. Where it's almost like you start to feel weird or bad. It's like, oh, like, why? I'm not gonna, like, say you're an advanced runner, right? And you're running around the track, and you get there every morning at 5:45 a.m. and you run marathons, and you know what I mean, like, you're experienced. And then you have an energy that's younger or more inexperienced than you, and on the first day of them showing up at the track, you're trying to get them to run 6 miles. Like, that can be, like, I don't want to say abusive. That's not abusive, but, you know, energetically, I'm giving an analogy of, like, it's pushing this person, like, too hard or too far or something. It's a mismatched energy. So it's a hard lesson, and it makes us feel isolated and alone because there are less high vibrational people than there are low vibrational, right? And so I feel like sometimes we can be like, yeah, well then who am I supposed to be with then? Who am I supposed to be friends with? You know what I mean? And I feel like that's been a hard lesson for us to realize that we're just being ourselves, but it's like it's pushing people past their limits by you just sitting on the couch. You're like, what? I'm just sitting here. your energy like pierces their soul. I'm hearing that scripture pierces through bone and marrow. It's talking about the truth. Speaking of the truth, clarify the Ace of Swords. Yeah, we have the Knight of Swords coming in. That's that high-pitched sound with the Five of Cups. It's like, the truth felt like it was pushing this person just by you being authentic, you being yourself, you being the truth. It was like, I'm hearing they felt like they were standing in front of God. And I'm not saying you think of yourself that way, guys. I'm saying I feel like this person felt like they couldn't measure up or something like that. And again, it's like a measuring dicks thing. And for some of you, this person is not so innocent. Like, this person is, again, I'm hearing it, a vulnerable narcissist, and they just wanted to run from the truth. Vulnerable narcissist, to me, it's somebody that it's harder to detect that they're a narcissist because they seem vulnerable, right? It's in the name. They seem sad, or, you know, they seem to like open up to you talking about, oh, it's just been so hard for me lately, and I just can't measure up, and I just feel like I can't, and this and that, and, you know, I just wish, and I just this, and, you know, I'm just not, you know, just, I don't know, just a bunch of stuff. But all the while, they're still a narcissist, and they're going to do what they want, and they're going to introduce competition. Like I said, it's a scale for us here. Not everybody here is a narcissist, but for some of us here, we were dealing with a narcissist, and we have the King and the Queen of Swords. So for some here, you could have felt like this was happening for a long time, this detachment, or this person was always emotionally unavailable, possibly. And that could be something that you're learning too. It's like you were trying to superimpose, me included, I've done this many times, superimpose this Ten of Cups on top of a person that is not capable of that. Ace of Swords with the Knight of Swords. This person's running. Yeah, and they wanted an out, guys. It's like they were looking for an out. With the Fool, it's like the Knight of Swords in my spread, it's running away. It's running toward the Five of Wands. Like, it's running towards the competition. And the Fool is going the same way. And then we have the Page of Swords. It's like, I'm looking for an out. I'm looking for a way to, yeah, because look, guys, it's like when they look at you, this is what they see. They see the Star and they see the Empress. They feel like they can't compete, even though you didn't. This is the Judgment on the situation. And for some of us here, a third party was introduced so that we could actually have the chance at a better life. And I know that's a hard message, but, you know, God works in mysterious ways, as they say. Let's clarify the Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles for the collective. Oh, guys. Oh, no, guys. King of Swords in the reverse. There's that narcissist with the Strength card. And they're bullish with it, too. They will push that narrative. They will push that gaslighting. They will push those lies with all their might. Can I get a little more on this? Seven of Pentacles with the King of Swords in the reverse. With the Sun, guys. See, I feel like this was a power struggle. Look, because now we have the Chariot. We got Cancer and Leo, so that could be something going on here with that. If those signs don't apply, they don't apply. It could just be the energy of those signs, right? We have Taurus here as well. We have Venus. But what I'm seeing here, what the light is shining on the situation where it's like you could have gone a long time building something with somebody, but you kind of knew. I'm hearing it's nothing new. And then I'm hearing the scripture, there's nothing new under the sun. It's from the book of Ecclesiastes. King Solomon wrote that. He wrote that like towards the end of his life, talking about all is vanity and grasping for the wind, and there's nothing new under the sun that hasn't been created beforehand. Like, he was speaking in terms of like, I've seen all of this before, and the earth has seen this before. This is giving a very like philosophical energy that I feel that you're coming to. And we did have the Sagittarius energy with the temperance angel there, where it's like you could have gotten back in touch with your true philosophy because you realized this was a battle you couldn't win. And then you started to realize, battle? Why am I in a battle to begin with? Yeah, Queen of Cups with the Queen of Swords. I feel like you really, let's come to the end of this with the real truth. You were battling yourself, and so was I. Between your head and your heart, on what you knew and what you felt. Because you knew this from the start. We all did. In some way, shape, or form, right? We knew the truth. This person was cold, calculated, misleading. They lied. They could have even used their intelligence in some way to intimidate somebody, or their position to intimidate somebody. I'm hearing something like, I'm hearing class action lawsuit. So I've done a couple readings talking about that sort of topic, where like this sort of thing is being exposed, that this sort of a person, they got away with something for a long time. 7 years bad luck, that reading that I did. But I'm also seeing here, because, we have the Queen of Swords. So we do have the couple. You're coming up upright. They're coming up in the reverse. And I feel like they're like, I'm not kissing your ass. And you're like, kiss my ass. Like, I want to be together. With the Queen of Cups, you're like, what do you mean kiss my ass? I'm not thinking those things. This person could have projected a lot onto you. 52, when I said that, 7 is what that equates to. So, yeah, this person, I'm hearing they were bullish. They pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed I'm hearing my way or the highway. And then we have the Chariot. So I feel like you have a powerful energy as well. You didn't even know that you were in this power dynamic with this person. You were kind of just looking for love, I'm getting, with the Queen of Cups. But this person brought the Queen of Swords out of you, and you had to start like sniffing around, man. You know what I mean? And with the Judgment here, it's like you made a judgment call, a while ago. So we have the story, right? So let's look at this Ace of Pentacles, because this is the future. This is like what's to come. Tell us about this Ace of Pentacles for the collective. Very exciting. Feels good. We have the Page of Wands. See, it's something new, something fresh, something exciting, something inspiring. Could be going on an adventure. We have the Empress. See, this whole thing, the purpose of it was to get you back in touch with your true Venus energy, which is your own self-worth. I feel like this third party rivaled with you because they saw you as an empress, even if you didn't see yourself that way. That's the irony. You could have been so beaten down because of whoever this person was that you didn't even see yourself as valuable anymore. And that's not everybody's story, but you could have felt that way. I definitely have. Where in your head, logically with the Queen of Swords, I have things to offer, and I'm a good person, and I'm a good teammate with the Three of Pentacles. I make things work. I can make a happy home with the Ten of Cups. I'm a long-term thinker with the King of Pentacles. I'm successful in my life with the Six of Wands, Nine of Pentacles. I am able to take care of my finances and things like that, right, guys? I have my mental health under control with the Five of Cups. All those things, those are Empress things, but you could have gotten so beat down because of this situation that ironically enough, this third party, whatever they were, actually was shining a light on how valuable you are. You could have at first felt like, oh, this person stole my person and I'm so upset and stuff. And of course, anybody would be at the fucked up situation. I don't care what part you play in that situation. And for some of you, there could be kids involved here. I'm seeing that. Red is not for the faint of heart. Something about root chakra here. Root chakra work. You could have done root chakra work. You could have, this is some obsidian that we have here. You could have grounded down into the environment and just became like a volcanic rock. You know, you found yourself again with this Empress. And maybe it was hard at first because you could have even had vows with this person. It could have even gone against your beliefs, like what this person did. Like you couldn't believe this person did this. I'm getting that with the devil. For some of you, this third party is a drug problem that this person has. It's not even a woman. It's not even a man or a person. It's a drug problem, or it's some sort of weird codependency, like with their mother, where they like talk to their mother about your relationship and it like broke you guys up. You know, we have the Lovers, the Wheel of Fortune, the Empress, and the Devil. So tell us more about this Page of Wands with the Ace of Pentacles. Emperor, what? Now, for some of you, because look, we have the Five of Wands. You know how they say iron sharpens iron? Oh boy. So it's like you went through all of that stuff, right? And for some of you, it was all hidden. Like nobody knew about it, or you felt like you were going through it alone. For some of you, it's like it made the man. Like some of you became this emperor. Like I said, you're stronger than this other person, and you weren't trying to vie for that position. Whether you're a man, woman, however you identify, but this other person was treating it like, who wears the pants in this relationship? It's like, we both do. We both own pairs of jeans. Like, what? And this person's like, no, I mean energetically. It's like, so anyways, for some of us here, we learned to become this emperor. We learned to be like a divine masculine, right? I'm also seeing that going on this adventure away from this old situation, there's a new situation coming in, because we had the Empress before, with a real match for you. Just doesn't even come close. Like, this pales in comparison to this person. Tell us about this Emperor. But for some of us, what this is showing is you have become an emperor. You have become the ruler of your own life. You could have been in a codependent situation with the devil, with this person. They could have made you feel like you need me and what are you going to do without me? It's like, when all the while they were just putting burdens on you guys. It was like you were running the track with a bunch of boulders in your backpack because of this other person, and still somehow coming out successful in your endeavors. And this person had convinced you in some way, and we talk about this in my next reading that I believe comes out after this. If this was a codependent relationship, this person had convinced you that you needed them. Yeah, Queen of Pentacles here. You guys, you can make your own money. That's this like wake up call. That's this realization. I can make my own money. I can do my own thing. I don't need this person. Like, and you could have individuated with the Emperor. Gotten into your masculine energy, took control over your life, and either left this person or just, however this whole thing went down, or maybe it's about to go down, right? Because for some of us, we're in the middle of this, or for some here, this is, you've been thinking about this, and this reading is confirmation that you're right about what you've been thinking. Tell us a little bit more about this Ace of Pentacles and this Emperor. Tell us about the Emperor. We have the Tower. Holy Mars. This person could have like Mars and Aries, or you do. I feel like this person, if this is a person, this is like what you're looking for. See, you could have mistaken a narcissist. I've done it. Trust me, I've done it. It's a powerful energy. It's a magician energy a lot of the time. It's a manipulative, lying, scheming energy that you can mistake for some sort of power. But in reality, this guy's in the freaking reverse. He's cowering in the floor of his office. Like this guy, or woman, it could be a woman. It's like they, not only can they not defend themselves, they can't defend you. You're going to see that this is the energy you were looking for. You were looking for somebody with true power. Tell us a little bit more about the Tower, the Emperor. Let's take a look at that. And we'll close on this, guys. Happy full moon in Scorpio. We have the moon here with the Hermit. This could be, you know, this moon, this could be a process where you're releasing, you know, everything that you've been through in this past situation with the Nine of Swords and the Hermit, doing some shadow work here. And I'm seeing you moving into this next chapter. Can I get a little more? I feel like you're going to meet this Emperor, somebody with true power. But why is the Tower here? Is that just showing a dynamic energy? I don't feel like this Tower's bad. That's why I'm like checking in on that. Tell us about this Tower with the Emperor. Yeah, the Hermit and the Five of Cups coming out. I feel like this is showing you know, maybe you need a little time here. With the Hermit and the Five of Cups. Maybe you're just coming off the back of something here, guys. We have the King of Wands with the High Priestess and the Two of Cups. So, yeah, there could be somebody even here that is already here and they're like waiting for you. We have Pisces, we have Aquarius with the Two of Cups, with the Nine of Pentacles. This person would be single. Eight of Swords. maybe. Sorry, I don't know why I'm stuttering. I don't normally have a problem with that. Mercury and Leo, right? But anyways, I mean, maybe this is you, or maybe this person feels like they want to take action towards you, but I don't know. It could just be like a timing thing with the Wheel of Fortune, a divine timing thing. But I feel like this new person could like go the distance with the Hierophant. Like you could be with this person in some sort of committed relationship, but I feel like there's a timing thing here. So we have Aquarius, Pisces, Virgo, Aries, Pisces again with Mars energy. Yeah, I feel like you guys will really have some chemistry here. Very spiritual energy with the Star. I feel like that's what you're looking for. Anything else on this? Knight of Wands. This person could even send you like a spontaneous message, or you will. Tell us about the message. This person could feel like you have like competition around you, but really it's just like drama from that past thing. So I feel like, guys, we got to close up the past stuff before we can like move into this next thing. I mean, obviously, but I feel like for some of you, you've already like broken up with this person, or everything blew up and went down with this other thing or person. But for others of us, it could have already ended, and we just need to heal from that, basically. Still, we could be going through like a grieving process, especially if this was like a long-term relationship. Can I get anything on this message? We have the Queen of Swords coming out here, guys. I feel like this other person, they're trying to like discern. I just heard CERN when I said that. I feel like this person's very intelligent. I mean, they could be an Aquarius. We have the Star here with the Queen of Swords. They could be an air sign. We also have Mercury here. I heard Merkaba. This person's very spiritual with the high priestess and the star. I feel like this is the sort of person you want. And they came through as the emperor, but I feel like the emperor could also be you. But I don't feel like that's all that you are. I feel like you had to embrace your authority, your Aryan first house themes through this relationship of the past that pushed you into a corner and caused you to phoenix out of that thing with all of your power and strength. And now you're going into this new chapter, but I feel like for some of us here, we need a little bit of a time in between, which is very healthy, you know. Shouldn't just like jump from thing to thing. But look, we do have the Empress here. I feel like this other person, guys, I feel like they are like an Empress, Earth Angel sort of character here. Anything else on this for the collective? Ten of Swords flew right on top of the King of Swords in the reverse with the Ace of Cups. I feel like for some of us, we still have to come to this conclusion that this person is a betrayer. They are a liar. They could even come back around and be like, let's revive this thing. You know, they could try to gaslight you again. And you're this Empress, and it's like you've been the Empress the whole time, but I feel like the point of this whole thing, or what's come out of it, is that you could actually get in tune with your Emperor side, the Emperor and the Empress. I feel like this person tried to make you, I'm hearing domicile, which is, you know, an astrological term for like, if a sign is domicile, I believe it goes exalted. Like if we have a full moon in Taurus, it's exalted. I think Cancer would be like domicile, and then there is detriment, like when somebody's in a sign is in detriment. So there's something about domicile. It's like this person wanted you to be more neutral of the past. They wanted to neutralize you. That's what I'm getting, guys. And I feel like this other person, can we get a little bit more on them? But I feel like this old person, it's like some of us are still having to like come to terms with the fact that they really are, they are a betrayer, and they were trying to dim your shine. Look, I opened up to the Ten of Swords on this deck too. They didn't want you. They wanted you to be domicile. Domicile is also like, you know, like you take a dog or something and you domesticate them. I'm getting like domestication. Like they wanted to domesticate you like a pet. Like they wanted you to be like their pet. I feel like for some of you, you're about to be single. The Two of Cups. Tell us a little about the new person. It's not a new person for everybody. For some of us here, it could even be like a new friend. It's this High Priestess. See? You could start out as friends, or they could want to be friends with you. We have Pisces and Libra with the Page of Cups. They could even say, like, hey, do you want to, like, work together in some way? Like, I've been, like, watching something. Tell us a little bit about this High Priestess, because I feel like that's what they are. They're like you guys. That's what I'm trying to say. This is a good person. Tell us about this person. They could maybe feel intimidated by you, or it's that they feel like you have your boundaries up so strong that they feel like it's not the right time. Can I get a little more? Five of Swords. For some of us, we still have to like break up with the old person. You could be in a time of confusion here. Or some of us on the timeline could still be figuring all this stuff out with the third party and all that stuff. Or you're just in a time of transition and change in your life, and this has nothing to do with relationships, but I feel like it does for a lot of us. What's the Five of Swords and the Nine of Wands? We'll close on this, guys. Just wanted to see what we can get, you know, for hope, for what's to come after everything we've been through, right? I feel like the advice is just ground ourselves, do the shadow work, heal, grieve. You know, you don't want to get involved with somebody else when we still have like this devil stuff to deal with. You don't want to bring all that into, even just if it's a friendship, like you don't want to bring all that in there. Five of Swords with the Nine of Wands. This new person, or this Ace of Pentacles. Tell us about the Ace of Pentacles. We have the Eight of Swords. Remember I said that before. This person could just not know. For some of you, they don't even know if you're single. For others of you, they don't know, like, what's going on in your energy. This is kind of an intense energy. And then we have the Eight of Cups. You could feel kind of detached. This person might not really know how to read that. But I feel like they're a high priestess, so, you know, that would be intentional then. They could feel like they can't cross your boundaries in some way. Can I get a little more? Ace of Cups. Yeah, this is the advice. Because for some to start, this might be a friendship thing with the Three of Cups. The advice is the Ace of Cups, like to get in tune with our hearts. Because, you know, after going through that sort of thing, it can make us feel defensive if we're not, like, healed. Or it can make us feel, like, kind of detached or something like that. Or, like, we don't want, like, stay away from me even. And it could be a subconscious thing. Like, we could be not fully healed from the last thing. And we're giving off an unapproachable energy. A little more on the Ace of Cups. We have the Emperor. Yeah, so it's the Emperor's heart. Right? I feel like this person could be trying to offer you a cup, or they will in the future, and we don't want to be like looking like we don't want it, or we don't care about this person. And it could be like we're giving off these vibrations that we don't even know that we are. This other person could be like, oh, I thought that anyways, you know, just kind of like they might feel not rejected, but just, you know how you can feel if somebody kind of doesn't seem like interested or something, but I don't feel like it's that you're not interested. I feel like it's like a heart chakra thing. So we can work on our heart chakras. That's the advice for us. And stay in touch with our true power with the Emperor. That will help to finish out this past cycle so that we can start this new one with the Ace of Pentacles. So I love you guys so much. It's been Missy Gordon, the Meta Mystic here. I hope that this was a helpful one. Happy full moon in Scorpio to everybody. And this is a challenging process, but we can heal through this, and there's hope for our futures. Like, even if you're not looking for love, I mean, we all need love in some shape or form. Love doesn't have to be romance. We could want friends. We could want community. We could want hobbies. Like, whatever happened back here, I feel very raw. You know what I mean? So the energy just feels it feels like I got cuts all over my heart or something like that. And I feel like that's what the Hermit in the Five of Cups is saying is, let's just take care of ourselves, Empress energy, while simultaneously bossing up with the Emperor, doing what we need to do. I feel like this was, with the world, it's a combination of the Emperor and the Empress. Like, it's the divine masculine and the divine feminine becoming one being. And I feel like this past relationship was like a catalyst preparing you, if you're looking for love, for a true high vibrational partner. And maybe for some of you, this other person's the Emperor, right? But there's definitely like a high priestess star energy. But there's like a mysterious Emperor here with the Tower and the Moon, meaning I feel like they have a lot of hidden, even like spiritual gifts, just a lot of like emotional, like it's a soft-hearted Emperor that's just been through a lot, right? So it's definitely an interesting match, and it can work. And we also did get the Empress before, so all right. I love you guys. We can release all of this stuff into the full moon in Scorpio. So remember, you can always listen to the show, the Meta Mystic Show, on Spotify and Apple Podcasts every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 9 a.m. EST, as well as on my YouTube channel at the Meta Mystic. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for your comments, your support, your likes, your donations. Thank you so much. And if you want to book a personal, info is down below. Go easy with yourself with this energy. It's an intense energy. Ground and heal. This is like a grounding and healing energy that we can access to transform our lives with this very potent Scorpio energy. All right, everybody. Sending love, and I'll see you on the next one.